What's going on, everybody? Russell Clay here today to talk about the 2020 wide receiver class. This is a class that is near and dear to pretty much all of our hearts at this point in the NFL landscape. But I wanted to talk about it, break down what we've seen through 3 years, and maybe some of the things we got wrong, got right, and also, a look going forward at this class. So, as I said, my name is Russell Clay. You can follow me on Twitter at Russell J Clay. Also, if you're on the old YouTube channel right now, give it a like and subscribe. All right, let's fire in here. So, the 2020 class was one where we all kind of had our guys going into this year. If you liked the draft or anything like that, this was the class where, Jerry Jeudy and Henry Ruggs were, the Alabama guys. We had CeeDee Lamb at Oklahoma, Jalen Reagor at TCU, Justin Jefferson, of course, with that LSU juggernaut, T. Higgins, Michael Pittman at USC with Amon-Ra St. Brown and all those fellows, Brandon Ayuk breaking out at Arizona State, etc., etc. So, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 first round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 first round wide receivers. So while there wasn't a top 10 pick, it's no secret that this was going to be a good class. While we know there's always variance, whether it's injuries, off-field stuff, which has kind of bared out a little bit, and some guys just not being good. This class has not only come to fruition, but is really mirroring in a lot of ways that 2014 class that we all remember so favorably with Mike Evans, Odell Beckham, etc., etc. But let's start with the head of the class here, which I believe is Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb. I mean, Jefferson is putting up production we've truly never seen before through 3 seasons. We've seen Odell Beckham from a touchdowns perspective kind of outpace him, but the yardage, this is totally unprecedented and probably has to do with the new NFL we're in where teams can just scheme up open plays so it's not like he's getting a ton of targets either. 184 is a lot, but this guy's just masterful with Kirk Cousins, really special guy. And, let's go over to playerprofiler.com and look at Justin Jefferson. This is a guy that was obvious in hindsight. 4.43 speed, 6'1", 200 pounds, first round pick, really productive in multiple spots at LSU. The comp on Player Profiler is Reggie Wayne, and I guess that makes a lot of sense because Reggie Wayne never really got the credit he deserved throughout his career because he wasn't the most athletic guy, similar as a prospect to Jefferson in that maybe he was a little overshadowed by that Miami team in college, but just like Jefferson was with LSU and Jamar Chase, but obviously he can do everything. Special guy. And, if he continues on this pace, he's going to lead this class and make it, what it is what we wanted Odell Beckham to be. So hopefully he can stay healthy. Probably the most controversial guy here, CeeDee Lamb, and not because people think he's bad. I'm not going to straw man this. But, 1,400 yards in 2022 with Cooper Rush for at least a quarter of the season. This guy truly broke out in 2022 into a every week featured guy, and I'm really excited for his future. Just entering his age 24 season next year, and this is exactly who we thought we were getting out of Oklahoma, and I'm really excited for that. So, again, when you go back to this class, those are the crown jewels right now. Those are the guys you need to lead a class. And then you get this next tier of Michael Pittman, T. Higgins, Jerry Jeudy, and Brandon Ayuk. People aren't going to like Michael Pittman's last season, but he had, 99 catches in 2022. It just didn't seem like it because his quarterback play was so bad. So I think we really have to be aware that this is going to be another guy that's going to be an every week factor, at least for the next couple years. Already broke out in 2021 and had a similar breakout in 2022. Just efficiency wasn't there because of the offense. So again, 2 years already over 800 yards. This guy's a hit for a second rounder, and with better quarterback play, we could see some big years. T. Higgins, slight struggles with injuries, but overall been a guy that can really produce when asked to. And on this Bengals team with Jamar Chase taking that attention, if he resigns there, we could be seeing a long career from Higgins, just 24 years old as well. Came into the league. So you've already gotten through fantasy relevant seasons out of him, and very many more on the horizon, I'd venture to guess. Probably the sneakiest guy right now. Jerry Jeudy somehow broke out in 2022. 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns, 67 catches. Again, this is where the depth comes in for this 2020 class. This is the 5th or 6th best guy in this class right now, and he's already got a 1,000-yard season and 2 seasons over 800. So I'm really excited to see what he can do in year 4. He's been struggling with injuries as well. Again, over 1,000 yards in basically just 14 games. He left after like a snap in one of those games. So really valuable there. And then Brandon Ayuk, great year 3. 2 years over 800 yards already. 3 years over 800 yards. And is really developing into a very, very valuable piece for this 49ers team. So, it's crazy to have this much production coming from one wide receiver class. Again, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the top 6 in this class, which is crazy. Then we got Chase Claypool. Let's do it this way for a second. We got Chase Claypool. We got Darnell Mooney, Gabe Davis, Donovan Peoples-Jones. Hold on. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Well, you get a little behind the scenes work here. You got to sort. You got to edit. You got to edit. Here we go. All right. A little live action here. Okay. And we're back. So, Peoples-Jones, Van Jefferson. Chase Claypool isn't great, but he did have 2 years already over 900 receiving yards, or over 800 total yards. So pretty good. A 10-plus touchdown season. If you pick Chase Claypool in the late second of your rookie draft, you're happy. Same thing with Darnell Mooney. Already has a 1,000-yard season under his belt. And we're talking, this is the 8th guy in this class. So, and if you go and look at some of these others, 800 receiving yards. Gabe Davis probably not hitting the heights that people want, but, pretty good. Same thing with Donovan Peoples-Jones. Sixth round pick. And he developed into like an every week guy for this Browns team this year. 841 yards. True breakout. Pretty good stuff there. And then Van Jefferson also had an 800 receiving yard season. Lost out on this year because of injuries, but at least looks like a third wide receiver in a good offense. So, again, we're going 12 deep here. KJ Osborne was good this year. Duvernay's had moments with the Ravens. And then so let's dive into some of the things that haven't fired. Some of this stuff makes sense. So Henry Ruggs, people were not high on this profile, and I disagreed. I was very high on Henry Ruggs, and through 7 games of 2021, he was breaking out. 469 yards in 7 games. That's well over 1,000-yard pace. basically had 500 total yards in 7 games, had some huge plays for them, game-breaking plays that led to wins. Was a kick returner, really valuable player. Unfortunately, he ran into off-field stuff. I have pretty much no doubt that he was going to be a long-time veteran in an NFL offense. He was going to play probably a decade if he stayed healthy. Unfortunately, he got into that car accident and ugly stuff there. So, again, this is what we're talking about, the variance. That's an off-field thing, nothing to do with on the field. And then this guy just wasn't very good, Jalen Reagor. Just not very good for some reason. TCU, good player, good athlete. In college, just never really fired in the NFL for whatever reason. Not really sure. It just never really worked. So, pretty ugly stuff there. And then Shenault, second-round pick. Not the worst second-round pick there ever was, but certainly below expectations of what many had for him all those years ago. So, that's kind of what we're looking at from this 2020 class. Guys that I still haven't given up on yet, KJ Hamler. I think he's still got a shot to turn it around, but the injuries are pretty ugly. Quez Watkins looks pretty good, and KJ Osborne, as I mentioned. So, all right, guys, that's a quick review of the 2020 class. As I said, this is looking like one of the better classes we're going to have this decade, so get excited for that. I thank you all for tuning in. And please like and subscribe on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.